Everything in your reality is blessed. Everything in your reality is sacred. What if tomorrow you woke up and you saw the world as if you were seeing it for the first time again? This spark of curiosity, this spark of innocence, this spark of not knowing what you may think that you know can allow true curiosity and exploration to take place in this existence. This spark of curiosity is what allows innovations to occur, what allows adventure to spring forth, what allows connection to occur in relationships, because being curious about the world and the people around you can allow you to realize, yo, there's a lot that I don't know. Like, I don't know that much about this person, or I don't know that much about this area that I live in, or about just things in general. Like, there's so much I don't know, because like everything is beyond knowledge, everything is infinite. You cannot define anything with any amount of knowledge. No matter how much knowledge you have, things are going to be undefinable, and there will always be something new to learn. So it's taking an extra step back and being like, there's so much to learn that I will never know it all. And having that innocence, having that humility, knowing that you will never know it all, paradox, knowing that you will never know it all, can truly allow for curiosity to occur for a span of a lifetime. Because we enter this world, we are born, and we know that we don't know it all. We have this divine spark that we always carry in us for our entire lives. We know that we don't know it all. But at some point, we become so indoctrinated. We have textbooks and textbooks, and we're stuck on the media, absorbing knowledge. Learning is great, but at some point, it becomes a means to like an end. And sometimes there is a point where someone might think that they know it all, and in actuality, it's still like a sliver of what there is out there, because the infinite is expansive, and when it's defined, it's just a sliver of it. So being able to be aware that like the more you learn, the more there is to learn, sort of thing. Like, it's like the more questions I answer in this existence, the more questions I have for this existence. This paradox of maybe the answer is that there is no answer at some point. It's like this can allow true curiosity, true life to occur, true spontaneous living. So this video is supposed to be like an inspirational message to approach your world of curiosity with humility, in a way of like, my mind is a blank slate and I have so much to explore. I'm new to this world. Like, maybe you're 20 years old, maybe you're 40, I don't know, maybe you're like 15, maybe you're like 70, any age range. No matter how old you are, you're like really, really, really young compared to the lifespan of the Earth and the Milky Way and the galaxies. So really accepting that like, I'm actually like so young compared to the universe, and I don't know that much actually. I'm still new to this world, even though I'm 70 years old, even hypothetically, even though I'm 70 years old, like, I'm still pretty new to this world. So it's like, whoa, still pretty new to this world. So exciting. We're all new to this world, even though it feels like we've been here a while and we know a lot. It's just like a hamster being in its cage, for example. Like, the hamster's like, I've been alive for like, I don't know what hamster year conversions are, but the hamster's like, I've been alive for like 10 hamster years or 20 hamster years. Like, I know so much about this existence, but the hamster's like trapped in a cage and running on the wheel every day, and it hasn't like gone to the wilderness, which you can't see here right now because it's freaking dark, and it hasn't like gone to other people's houses. The hamster only knows its box. The hamster feels old, but like in actuality, the hamster is like a baby. You know, the hamster hasn't experienced life. You know, we're all just hamsters, but I'm kind of joking about that. So, yeah, exploring life with curiosity. And sometimes it can like be easy to create these fantasies in our minds, and that can cause disconnection from our physical, tangible reality. And a lot of the time, like, we miss the beauty in this reality, in this life, because we have a misconception of beauty that has been ingrained in us by society. Beauty is perfection. Beauty is, like, yeah, I guess perfection, but like in a non-original way, like the Barbie world, like cookie cutter. Like, I don't think that's beauty. Like, beauty is beauty is like change, and beauty is everything in the whole process of life, from start to like decay, just the entire process. Death is a part of that, and to really see beauty beyond those scopes. And a lot of the times, there's this urge that I've had, that other people have had, to create this utopian, perfect world. And then you take a step back and realize this is why humanity is in the place that humanity is in right now. Back in the age of humans just developing society, and like in the beginning ages of civilizations forming, there was always this striving for this heaven-like existence, and for perfection, and for comfort, and a utopia. There's always been striving for a utopia. And in chasing a utopia, we have created a dystopia. In chasing a utopia, we have created this dystopia, because what we think in our minds is perfect in this fantasy world is actually like destructive and goes against all of the laws of nature. So crazy stuff out here, crazy stuff. So this next message is to, like, don't live in your head anymore. Like, explore the world around you with curiosity. You don't have to have the fantasy world, because the world you live in probably isn't like as bad as you think. And obviously there are exceptions where like people are not in good situations, but everything is temporary. Everything is temporary. Your life is a flash of a moment, and then you go back to some, I don't know, I haven't died, but hypothetically, to some love, oneness, source. And anything is possible if you start where you are at and meet your reality where it wants to meet you. There are a million endless roads and paths you can take, and the answers are within, you know? You cannot know what you don't know, you know? And you can't unknow what you know. So crazy stuff, crazy stuff. And one more aspect that I want to talk about is, yes, fantasies can exist from the mind through imagination, and sometimes it's abused in the law of attraction communities of chasing this utopia once again, and then not taking action. And sometimes it's a mix of the two, to have that vision and then know what action is to be taken and see where you are right now, not ignoring the 3D. There's this teaching going around of Neville Goddard of ignore the 3D and suddenly your dream reality will come true. But like, maybe like Neville's teaching and its like truest essence was you are already whole and complete on your own, which is true. But sometimes it gets lost in people trying to be whole and complete by external things around them. But where I was going with that is that beyond the fantasies of the mind, there is another level of cognitive dissonance occurring right now on this planet, in this universe, and that is the dissonance of the fantasies of the media, the fantasies of the online world. The online world can only engage two senses, your vision and your hearing. It can't really engage smell, taste, touch, not really. Interoception, the sixth sense, it can't really engage that either, which is your inner knowing of what's occurring in your body, basically. So it can't engage those senses. So technically, the digital world is actually not as interesting and engaging and immersive as your actual life. And it can be deceptive. And you see all of these like flashy lights and bright colors, which engage your eyes, because they have to really increase the color, increase the, what's that word? Increase the vibrancy of color on the media, because your other senses aren't engaged. Otherwise, you're going to lose interest if they didn't increase the vibrancy. And then with sound, with music, it's so complex, and music is beautiful. I love music so much. But like, sounds become so complex to engage you. So you only become engaged in your eyes and your ears. These two senses are connected to your brain, right? You have your nose, taste, and then touch, which is all across your entire body, which you do not get to use somatics in this fantasy world. And I know that VR is being developed, and soon all 5 senses will be engaged in this online world. But like, at some point, it's just escapism, you know? Escapism. And you realize one day, like, what am I escaping from? Like, the reality I'm in actually isn't, like, I don't have to escape. Once you accept where you are at, who you are in the world around you, and meet the world where it's at, that's what humanity needs to do now. Instead of denying the destruction that has been caused by society, we have to meet it where it's at and use the tools that we have been, there's a bug, the tools that we have been given. So I think I have one more thing to say here. Oh yeah. So, wait a second, what was it again? Something about psychology. Oh yeah, so there's a psychiatrist that I follow. His name is Dr. K. If you want his info, oops, I guess that got cut off. But basically he talks about how, like, when overthinking occurs and over fantasizing occurs, you'll have this person like start their journey towards a certain goal and then stop and give up, and then have to start over again, stop, give up, go back, start over again, because the fantasies in the mind are causing this cognitive dissonance and actual reality. So the way to get out of that would be to be like, I accept that I'm like all the way over here and I'm pretty far from the goal, but I'm just going to keep going, because that takes way less effort than actually starting over like 80 times. Like, the people that actually succeed don't start over every time. They keep going. And it's never too late to start over if you did give up. But this time, you don't have to give up. So, yes, there's so much newness to see in the world. Engage your 5 senses, explore, and, update. So my YouTube channel just reached like the monetization requirements. So I'm now a YouTube partner. I appreciate you all for supporting this channel. I love making videos. And I also just designed a new cap and a new shirt. These are eco-friendly, so I'm excited. I'm trying to connect the shop to the YouTube channel. It's still like in the phases of being approved, but I can put the Shopify down below. But I appreciate you all, and explore the world. Bye, guys.